because if he tries to go in and he's denied by spore colonies, Jaedong will still have his 2 bases up. And Jaedong going out with Zerglings, just trying to draw this Mutalisk away and keep those Mutalisk away from the spore colonies to keep the health very high on those, because he's going to need every spore colony he can get. He still has a pretty strong economy here because he pulled all of his drones off the gas so he could establish his second base again. But Hyuk does have a higher Mutalisk count. But if Jaedong plays his cards right, if he places the spore colonies, he probably needs 1 more spore colony at his natural. But yeah, if he places those well enough, he will probably be able to overtake Hyuk, because he has his second hatchery out sooner. So he's got to work on his spire right now. Yeah, he is starting to mine gas again, getting his lair up finally. I didn't even notice that before, that he had probably canceled his lair to get all of that tech going here, to get his second base down. But Hyuk, I think, I'm not sure if he knows, yeah, he knows about these Zerglings from Jaedong. Jaedong was trying to go in for a Zergling attack there, trying to break the front, but he's not going to be able to do that now. And I think this is a pretty close game, even though Jaedong lost his hatchery. He's 300 minerals behind, but we are talking about Hyuk here. We're talking about Jaedong versus Hyuk, so I think those 300 minerals are kind of null and void at this point. Hyuk is still in here scouting with his Overlord because there's no anti-air units out for Jaedong. He's trying to defend with spore colonies, and wow, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do this.
Such a weird game to catch right now, because any other Zerg player almost would be like, oh, okay, Jaedong's screwed. But since this is Hyuk, he's shown so many times in the past that he can be 1 step away from victory and just fall down the stairs and break his neck. So no matter who the heck's pushing him down those stairs. So Jaedong now finally going for his spire, adding even more spore colonies, still just running all over the place with his speed upgraded Zerglings. Just, you know what, just keep those Mutalisks away from me. As soon as I get my own anti-air units up, I am going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to take this down. If Hyuk wants to do something, he has to start doing it very soon. He does have a pretty large number of Mutalisks. Jaedong tried to go for an attack at the natural expansion, did take down out a few drones, but still overall, now Hyuk's is going to take out at least 1 spore to start off with. That's the natural expansion. Doesn't matter at this point that he still has a pretty large number of Mutalisks now. Going to go for another spore colony here. Jaedong going to meanwhile try to rebuild another one. He did take out a few drones as well. Now he's just going to take and snipe all these spore colonies. And second spore colony is going to go down now. More Zerglings out in the way for Jaedong, but Hyuk's just going to continue barraging this natural expansion, taking out drones alongside as he takes down spore colonies to prevent them from coming up. Doing a beautiful job here of at least doing that. Also outranging one of the spore colonies. Jaedong forced to cancel one of those. Now his natural expansion is completely open to harassment. But meanwhile, he actually manages to run right inside of Hyuk's base. Hyuk does have a couple of Mutalisks that are helping himself defend, so I think he'll be able to shut that down. There's a sunken colony there as well, which is unfortunately outranged by the Zerglings, but the Mutalisks are going to be able to help out. These Zerglings are going to be able to take down quite a few more drones that Hyuk would have wanted. Meanwhile, Jaedong's natural expansion almost not mining at all. His main's still good. Just finally has Mutalisks on the way. This could be Scourge alongside, but I think Hyuk's still managing to build up a decent number of Mutalisks himself, despite the damage that Jaedong did manage to do. Hyuk still has, I think at this point, a control group, if not more than that. Jaedong just forced to rebuild defenses, trying to get his anti-air units up. We're going to just come down to micro at this point. If Hyuk manages to keep Jaedong and the back foot continues, now going to go for another spore colony, sacrificing some forces. Gonna have to micro against those Scourges. Jaedong apparently did not go for Mulas. Jaedong at this point desperate to try to keep those Mulas back. Have to use Scourge instead of anything else. Instead of getting Mulas out there, has to do something to hold him back, but I just don't quite know if he's going to manage to. Hyuk losing a few more Mutalisks than he would have wanted to. Those spore colonies just not attacking too well. But both players still, I think, have a chance to win this game. Jaedong being forced to play very, very defensively, though. And Hyuk just running a bunch of his Mutalisks right into spore colony fire. That's horrible micromanagement there from him, I gotta say.
Yeah, it was pretty smart of Hyuk to go for that second base. If he hadn't gone for the second base, I think Jaedong would definitely have the advantage here. But Hyuk's coming in with some Zerglings now, and Jaedong doesn't have anything to deal with Zerglings. He has a few Zerglings of his own, but he has no sunken colonies, he has no Mutalisks, he has nothing like that, and his own Zerglings are being picked off by Hyuk's Mutalisks here. The one sunken morphing in, but it's not in time. Zergling's still in there, and I think the Zerglings are going to be able to take out that second hatchery again. Yeah, there's no way that Jaedong can defend this. He doesn't have any Mutalisks or any anything else out here except for drones to fight off with. Hyuk taking down the natural. Oh man, Jaedong just lost to Hyuk. Jaedong continuing his tradition of never winning in Pro League finals. Oh man, this is awful. Hwasyeon Oz cannot feel good after this. Seeing Jaedong go down twice, especially in this kind of a situation in a ZVZ where Jaedong is the master against a player of Hyuk's caliber, this is absolutely insane. Yeah, they're focusing on Jaedong's hands there. He's kind of... Well, I think I will go cry in the bathroom right now because that is just a ridiculous loss. GG from Jaedong. Hyuk wins against Jaedong. I can hardly even believe it. Wow.
What? What? What the hell just happened? What the frickin' frick on a frick bleep bleep bleepity bleep on a blank? What the heck was that? Jaedong. Oh man, come on. Oh, this is the sign of the apocalypse. Hwasyeon 6 losses in the game, and oh man, the situation looks dire. Everybody there sitting going, we're fricked. We're done. We're gonna lose. Hyuk just going out there. Give me my victory ceremony, bitch. I won that bitch for a year. So, okay. SK Telecom T1 2-0 ahead. Definitely not the way I wanted them to be ahead, though. And yet another ridiculous ceremony that, oh, okay, push the sign away, and it says something along the side of SKT1 quite whiting or whatever. But god damn, that was absolutely ridiculous. Jaedong, why are you playing risky in a ZVZ? Why?
Yeah. Well, it is possible that SK Telecom 1 will sweep the series. 4 wins on round 1 and 4 wins on round 2. This is Nuke the Stars and Ranchin. Moving on.